Welcome. We're going to be talking about how to get more jobs on Twirl. I know there's a lot of creators that have wondered what is the way of getting all of these jobs that we've been promised, because we do have a lot of creators. So it's not possible for everyone to get the jobs that we provide, but we do want you to do your best and shine as much as you can. So hopefully after this presentation, you'll have a better idea of what it is that you need to shine at Twirl as a creator. First things first, who am I? My name is Izarbe, but you can call me Iza, and I am the community manager at Twirl. But I started as a creator. I've been a creator for around a year now, and I've been really successful at Twirl. So I think I'm well versed to say what makes a UGC creator successful in this platform. Here, I have provided you with a few resources that might be useful. So first of all, is for those that might not be members of Twirl already. So you can scan the first QR code and that will take you to our joining page. Make sure to join if you haven't. It's honestly, we are a great platform. In the middle, you'll see the new platform link. We have updated our new platform for those that don't know. And the third is the UGC Diaries. So when I'm not doing TikToks or UGC content, I'm providing blogs for creators. We want to make sure that you have all the resources you need to excel at your job. Make sure you give that a little scan. For those that are already on Twirl, you'll know that the first step is to create your portfolio. This is where you can showcase all the work that you have done in the past and where you show the skills that you have. This is the thing that will sway brands to picking you or not. So make sure that it's very complete and up to date. You can now, in the new platform, include even more details that you could before. So you can select multiple languages if you speak more than one. You can also include as many videos as you want now. Put your best examples in there. You also need an intro video. That's so important. A lot of creators overlook this as an important part of your application, but it's like a snippet of who you are and a snippet of what you can do. So make sure you put some time on that intro video. You can change it often if you feel like you're progressing quickly in your UGC career. Make sure you mention brands that you've worked with, maybe your niches, show a bit of your personality and get the brands to know you a bit quicker and better than just by looking at your portfolio in general. Then we also require you to tell us a bit of who you are. Not too long, not too short, just make sure that it's compelling and it's very insightful. And then also with the new platform, we can also select niches specifically that you want to partake. Before you could only select one, but now you can do as many as you want. So feel free to get creative in there. Maybe you want to try a new niche that you haven't done yet. You can select that now in your portfolio. Now we're going to review some examples of About Me sections that I think are good so that you can take home some ideas that you maybe want to integrate into your own About Me sections. So we can see that here, they're very insightful as to who these people are and what they've done. You can see in the first example, they're mentioning a bunch of brands that they've worked with. This is so important because it shows I have experience. This is the kind of brand that has trusted me in the past. Maybe you should trust me. Being very actionable with showing who you are is important and who you've worked with. And this could even be by providing very numerical results of your work. Say you have provided a video that went absolutely viral. You can say it in here. You can say, look, I've provided this many videos and they've done this well and they've done this for the brands. So this is the things that the brands want to see. They want to see that you are reliable and you show results. We also like to have you show personality. Who you are and what you do in your free time is important. Some brands want very specific creators. Sometimes we've been asked for creators that have a bike, creators that play a specific sport, or that have a kid of a specific age. So those little details that might seem completely irrelevant, they might be the make or break point between you getting a brand deal and you not getting it. And then we see in the third example, actually it's very interesting the way that this person presented it. It even says, this is my day job. This is what I'm into. And it's just very specific, no fumbling around, just this is my day job. These are my interests, just straight to the point. So I think that's actually quite a good idea in terms to present your experience and who you are. Moving on to the application, which is why everyone is here today. With the new platform, you can see in the video, this is how it looks, but nothing has really changed. We're still requiring the same information that we did before. This consists of two main sections. The first section is the comment that you will write about why you think you're the best person fitted for that job. make sure to write something that's specific and not generic. We have a lot of creators say, why am I not getting any jobs? But then we read their comments and they just say, yeah, I'm a great creator for this job. Pick me. But this is not telling anything to the brand. This is not screaming, I am the creator you need. I am the creator you want. You have to tell them something they don't know. You have to tell them something that's going to impact them, that's going to tell them this person is different. This person might be what we need. And what does that look like? It looks very different ways. You could say very specifically who you've worked with in the past. Maybe it's someone in a similar niche or industry as them. Imagine we're applying to Garnier and you've worked with L'Oreal. You can be like, look, L'Oreal trusted me. Why don't you trust me? Or you could be telling them how you just love this product so much. You've been using it for years and it works like magic for you. So you are the target persona. Why wouldn't the brand want someone that is the target persona to advertise their product? It's a no-brainer. So tell them if you actually are that person and like if you actually have used that product in the past. Another way you can do it is tell them how this product will solve a problem that you actually have. Let's say TaskRabbit. They're advertising on Twirl right now. I'm doing a home renovation and honestly, I've used TaskRabbit a couple of times, but I have this specific task that I think needs to be done. So you tell them, I want to get my house painted and I think this would be the perfect chance for me to do this and showcase it using your product. How do you feel about that? And then the brand will be like, yeah, we want someone to actually showcase the product and someone that actually needs the product. So that's another way that you could tell them why they need to choose you. So make sure to not be generic. You can use ChatGPT, but don't just copy paste for every single job. Make sure you add a spark, add something different. And here I have some examples of some successful comments that people have placed in the past. Essentially, what you can gather from this is that they're quite personalized. Each of these examples are specific for the brands that they are applying to and not just, hey, pick me. They all show relevant experience. They show that they have the experience needed to complete this job. They also show the idea that they have for the job. I think in the first one we can see, I would love to make an evening ritual video for this product. This creator is very clearly saying, I have an idea for this, I have a vision, and I'm telling you what that is. And brands also love that. Sometimes they actually encourage creators to give them ideas, and creators don't do that. So obviously, if one creator gives them ideas, but the rest don't, guess who's getting picked? Probably the creator that's providing an idea. And now you've gotten selected. Congratulations, you are doing the project. What happens now? This is a part that seems like easy because the hard part is already done, right? Like you already got the project. But this could be also crucial for your future with this brand, for the future of your UGC career in Twirl. We need you to produce content that is actually quality and that shows that you are good enough for this brand deal, that you're good enough to work with this brand again. And this comes down to very simple things that sometimes are very overlooked. And that is reading the description actually carefully. Make sure that you understand what the brand wants and what they need. Because we see some creators jump into doing these videos that are great, but they're not what the brand wanted. And that could be still in brief, like it's still doing what the brief says, but maybe it doesn't match the brand style at all. Let's say that the brand likes quick, snappy videos with transitions and very colorful backgrounds, for example. And this creator does exactly what it says on the brief, but they use completely different style. The brand will say, okay, I'll take the video, but will they go to that creator again? Maybe not. Maybe they'll go for someone that actually took the time to research that brand, to look at past examples, that took the time to analyze their product and who their audience is. This person will most likely get another job from the same brand, which for those that don't know, with Twirl, that happens a lot. We have creators that work with a brand once, and then from then on, the brand keeps coming back to them. I know a few brands specifically have the reputation for doing that. And it's great because we love that creators get to build that relationship with the brands. And we have brands that love the creators that they've chosen and then they vouch for them. So make sure that you understand what the brand needs. And here are some examples of how you can gather this. Inspiration links. I think this is so important, not only for creating the content, but even before. When you are making an application, you should always look at the inspiration link Because when you are putting an example of what you could do for this brand, when you include a video, then you need to show that you have videos that are similar style to what the brand likes or what they're looking for. And once you've been selected, this could also be useful because then you can adapt the videos that you make to shift a bit towards the brand's vibe. So always look at the inspiration link, study them, analyze them. What are the type of hooks that they like? What are the type of shots that they like? Do they like fast pace? Do they like more talking to camera? Do they like a lot of voiceovers? These things matter, and they're not going to be explicitly said in the brief. And then we have some examples of very specific lines that have been added to briefs that creators have overlooked in the past that have sometimes led to revisions. So, for example, the pronunciation of a brand. This has happened so many times. You just think, oh, look, I've made the video, it looks cute. But then you mispronounce the name of the brand. But the brand might have told you exactly how to pronounce their name. So these things do matter. And it takes us on to the next point, which is revisions. Don't worry if you get revisions. This happens all the time. It's really common. Even the best creators, the most experienced and professional creators, they get revisions. So don't be put down by the fact that you will have to revise your content sometimes, and that's okay. Brands can request small changes. Usually they can't request anything that's beyond the brief, and we do make sure that you don't get anything that's way beyond what we think you should have been asked for. We are with you there. We don't want you to be refilming just because the brand didn't like the color of your t-shirt. If they wanted a specific t-shirt color, they could have asked for it. And then again, very careful when you read the revisions, because again, a revision is a revision and you will have to do whatever they tell you to do. So make sure you at least do it right, because if you do it wrong, then you might have to redo the revision, which is never fun for anyone. And then I wanted to announce that we have a new feature. We now have top creators, which is such a great thing because we can incentivize creators to do better. We select these people based on how they've worked with us, how fast they have produced the content, how efficient they are. So everything that I've talked about in this presentation, if you do these things well, you are on the right track to becoming a top creator. And essentially this will put you in a more likelihood position to be collaborating with brands, because brands will see, oh, this person has been marked as a reliable creator by Twirl. Make sure that every piece of work that you do it with so much care, because this is essentially your career as a UGC creator. And being a top creator actually, I think, changes a lot. And it just shows how much progression you have made in our platform. And we love recognizing creators when they do a good job, which is why we wanted to introduce this feature. We want to make sure that you get paid on time. What that means is that if you have any issues, you can always contact us. And I have left a little QR code here that you can scan where we talk about everything payments. This is linking to Intercom, which is where we have all the information about any question that you might have for Twirl that has been asked multiple times. We make sure to have everything really complete there. So always refer to Intercom when if you don't know the question, and if not, you can always contact us via Slack or email. We're always there to help. We want to make sure that you get paid on time, and if you have any problems, we want to know about that as well. Now it's actually Q&A time. Are rates fixed for jobs, or do brands negotiate? We don't have an option to negotiate. We want our payments to be very fair, in the sense that we don't want to have you be negotiated down, or like, we want to make sure that everyone gets paid the same as well. So we don't want to have one person getting paid less than the other. And that's why our jobs already have a price. And usually they depend on how hard they are, but they are always between $100 to $125. It will depend. If it's a very short job, a very like 10-second job that is like one shot, it'll probably be 100. And then if it's like a more complex job, it'll be 125. But then on top of that, you have the option to also get paid more if the brand has asked for more hooks or more call to actions, or if they want different concepts under the same job, then that means more payment for you. It just kind of duplicates. So yeah, you don't negotiate. We want to protect you, like creators at all costs. We don't want brands to out negotiate you, by no means. And also we want to give you all the same chance to earn your money. We don't want to have a very newbie creator not get paid because they just don't have as much experience, although they might have a very good portfolio. When you get added to a roster, does this mean a brand will reach out for feature in the for content in the future? It could mean. So what brand rosters essentially means that the brand liked you and that you are in their radar. So it's a great sign that they might want to work for you in the future. And what might happen is that one day you might get a message in your inbox that says, I want to work with you. We have this brief and we've created it specifically for you. So if you get that, congratulations. Honestly, that means the brand really likes your content. And if you are in the roster, you are literally one step closer to them doing that, or they might even think about that already. So keep tight, because they might just be sending something your way soon. I've seen some briefs for brands that require you to write a script rather than giving you a script. Do we do that in the application? Not necessarily. What I would encourage you to do is that you write your ideas in the application. I'm not going to ask you to do a full-fledged script. I think that's way too early to do that. I don't want you wasting your time. I don't want the brand having to read too many scripts. So I'd say just present them the ideas that you have and the tone of voice or any cool things that you think you could add to the brand. That is what you're telling them in the application. And then once you've been selected, then we will ask you to provide us with a script, and then the brand will revise it before you start filming. So you don't have to film twice. As beginners gain experience, as time goes on, will briefs cost increase? We don't have a feature that has increased payments for experienced creators. We had that initially, but we thought it was more fair to keep it equal for everyone. What will happen, and I will tell you from experience, is that as you get more experience, you will get many more jobs. As the quality of your jobs increase, brands will see that, and you will most likely just get allocated many more jobs. So I'd say it compensates in that sense, that before it might take you a month to get one job, and then once you're really experienced and you're really good at it and your videos are really good quality, brands will notice that and they will just keep getting jobs to you, basically. Does Twirl look at applications before sending to a brand? No, they go automatically to brands. What is a common mistake that we have seen new creators make? I would say not working on their skills. I would say that some creators, they wait for jobs to come so that they can improve their skills. But what I would say, when I was a beginner, you need to start making videos, even if you're not working with anyone. You need to start practicing in the comfort of your house. Grab products that you like and pretend, building up your portfolio. So then when the time comes, then brands will see, oh, this creator is actually might be a beginner because you haven't collaborated with many brands, but you have experience. And that's a big difference as well. And other than that, I think if you put the care and time in your applications, I would say experience doesn't always determine much. When I started at Twirl, I had 0 experience and I still very much got loads of jobs. So I think putting care and time in your application will go a very far way, even if you're a beginner. Are the jobs listed on Find Work page personalized to you, or do all creators have the same jobs? Very important. I didn't mention this, but when you are doing your portfolio, make sure you select everything right. I mean, like your languages, make sure you have your right date of birth, make sure you have the right niches, because we are personalizing the Find Work page to your characteristics. So you won't see, if you are a 30-year-old, you will not see a job that is advertised for 40 plus. So make sure that everything is right. It's the same with language. You won't get German jobs unless you are fluent in German. You will not get baby jobs if you are not a mom. So do keep an eye on that. I think we're going to leave it at that because we are approaching the end of the Q&A time. But thank you so much for joining.